clock, running, 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 running. Shot, clock, running, 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 running. Welcome to Shot Clock. If you come in my lane, you getting your shot blocked. Coach BuB on the mic, BA is the hot spot. This is the podcast, tune into the broadcast. It might be a special guest, never know who gon' slide past. Got some topics to discuss while making the time pass. Let's talk about rap, let's talk about fashion, let's talk about sports, or what's the latest gadgets, and I ain't trying to brag. This right here the best show. Cross over, then lay 'em up with the left though. Let's go. You got the rock, time ticking, who willing?
Yo, it's your boy Coach BuB. We're on another episode of Shot Clock Podcast, and I got a very, very, very special guest tonight. I got the voice of youth sports, Robert E.F.
My man.
My dog.
I am Mr. E.F.
Hey, it's been a long time coming. We got the football season getting ready to jump off, so who better than to have on the show, man? Let's go ahead and get started.
Appreciate you for bringing me on here.
I appreciate you for tapping in with me, man. So let's just for the people at home that might not be aware. How did you get into the youth sports and get into this, the football world?
Well, I started coaching in Norfolk Parks and Rec for the Northside Panthers, man, and I ended up meeting Ralph Moore from AYL.
Okay.
With the Northview Cardinals, and I seen actually what he was doing, and I said, you know what, man, I want to be more than a coach. I want to be a part of what's going on. Okay. And that's pretty much how I got into it, to be truthfully honest. Ralph kind of helped me get into it, but I was already coaching. But then I seen what he was doing it by himself. So I said, I'm going to come in and help AYL build the brand there. And that's pretty much how I got into youth sports.
Okay, so obviously you start coaching. When does the media side start to, you realize, like, I can do something with this media as far as when it comes to also the football?
Well, with the media, it's crazy. We do spring football in Hampton Roads around here. People don't know. Hampton Roads Youth Spring League, we / Power 5. We do that, and with that being said, we was looking on how could we do something different and what we not doing around in the Hampton Roads area. So my partner, Stink, Alpha McGlone, he was like, yo man, let's start recording the games, start talking or whatever, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So me and my man Rock, just started recording the games, and we started doing the little podcast early on. I don't know, it's on YouTube, we did some early on stuff, and he started coaching and I got out of the coaching end of it, and that's when the media side turned to it. That's when I became EF.
So what made you say, you know what, I'm done with coaching? Like, was it fed up? Was it just you seeing something more on the media side that you could do, or was it a combination of both?
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. I was running organizations, and I'm a firm believer in, I don't think a person should be coaching a football team and running an organization. So I backed away from the coaching. That was my main reasoning. Why do I say that? Is because you got teams that's looking at your team, and you're gonna do everything in your power to do everything for your team.
True.
But you running an organization also, so they're gonna look at you like, well, he's not paying enough attention to my team because he worried about that team. So that's the reason why I got out of coaching, and that's the reason why I jumped into media too.
Okay. All right. So we jump into media, and obviously it wasn't where it was now. So what was that grind like? What was, navigating your way through that and figuring that out? What was that like?
I was just doing it, to be honest, man. You know what I mean? I really wasn't thinking about it at the time. It was just, I'm gonna do this for the culture, for youth football, for the people. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even talking at first. I was just recording games. And then it turned into me start looking at what was going on, and I thought about it. I said, I can turn this into something. I can make this something special. And what a lot of people don't know is, a lot of people look at me as what I used to be. But not knowing I used to be the fun-loving at the football games, jumping up around the high school, cheering and all that. What's the word I'm looking for, man? I got charisma. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I got charisma. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I know how to turn that shit on in a light. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of the reasons why I became who I am today. You know what I mean? With this media stuff.
Okay, so you start Play Action Sports. At the time, what was the goal? Was it just to, get the best games and, make sure that people see it? Was it always, okay, my entertainment purposes and I know my charisma and what I'm able to do behind the camera is going to get me somewhere? So was it that?
Nope. Again, our coaching. We let a guy come in and dictate what, and the guy was from out of town, I ain't gonna call his name, was out of town, and he had a page. And he kept shutting the page down, bringing the page up, making all our coaches argue amongst each other. It was causing a whole bunch of hysteria in youth football in Hampton Roads. I'm like, we can't keep going for this. Then you had my man Sean Walker over there, and he had his, shout to Sean Walker over there in Hampton. He had his thing going on his page, but it was pretty much for Hampton and Newport News. So I wanted to kind of showcase this side, the South Side, and let them know how we do things. You know what I mean? Without dictating. And a lot of people try to say I do the puppet string thing. I don't do none of that. I rarely comment when I'm on the page. I rarely say anything. It's only time is actually to promote or to let you know something coming or I know something.
Okay.
But to actually get in conversations, I get tagged all the time. I don't get into none of that stuff. I try not to dictate none of it. What people don't understand is I let the coaches control the group and they don't even realize they really controlling it. I ain't controlling nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there watching. And when they start pulling their trigger and start doing the things they do, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn this into something else. Now, the entertainment side of it, I started looking at games and I said, you know what? What could I do to change just us looking at football? You know what I mean? Who want to just keep hearing somebody talk?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What could I do? You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like, I'm going to find every funny thing that I see everybody doing all week long. What they saying, what they doing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What they doing at these games, the conversations that I may have with people. And then I'm going to just twist it all up and make it spicy and make it funny and enjoyable to watch. If you ain't never seen me, make sure y'all come to Playaction TV, Robert F. Live. I'm telling you, it's going to be something special for you. I think we on like season 8 though.
Hey, look, you said something, right? You said how you let the coaches kind of navigate and control the group, right?
Right.
And I actually had that wrote on my page. So, because I was going to ask you, it's kind of sometimes like a free fall. Yeah. When you kind of look at the group, and I was asking like, so how do you keep control of that still and allow it to still be that platform where everybody feel like they can get their rocks off or say what they want to say and get their voice heard, but you still navigate and keep the narrative to where you want it?
Well, again, I really don't control the narrative. Again, the coaches control it. What I did, it would start getting off the hook to the point where the group was getting ready to get deleted because Facebook was like, it's this too much. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I started putting in keywords, certain keywords where I know like it may be something triggering, like these, they get ready to go at it. You know what I mean? Once I see that, it'll alert me, and then I get rid of it. You know what I mean? Or I get on that phone and we call her, yo man, what's going on, man? Y'all can't be doing all this. You're saying too much. You're doing too much up here, Then it's guys that'll call me and say, yo, can you please take that off? And I usually will do it if you call me. But I would let it sit if you don't call about it. Because like you said, it's a free open forum. Mm-hmm. I let people be they self. If I start deleting everything, that means it's controlling everything. You done been on the page for a while. You see people done badger me. Do you see me delete it?
All right, so without saying a name or anything like that, what's something that would make you be like, I'll delete it if somebody gave you a phone call?
If it's not football related,
okay,
and it's personal,
okay,
we shouldn't be doing personal, talking about
for
football.
Sure. For sure.
I don't see where that even come in talking about football. Why we gotta go personal? So when I start seeing personal stuff, that ain't no place for that page. You know what I mean? I ain't into that type of drama. I like to start shit, but I don't like to start that personal stuff.
Keep it about the sport.
I'm controversial on football, not personal people stuff, because I don't know everybody's personal life. Don't nobody know mine, so when you start posting stuff in everybody else's business, you taking it somewhere, and you got people and kids looking at that person a lot differently, and I don't think that's fair to them. So that's why what make me take stuff down.
Okay. All right, so me this year going to Florida and just seeing some things and being more involved with the youth sports. Why are we behind Virginia or 757 area? Why are we behind?
And when I say this, it's my opinion. I just want y'all to understand it's my opinion, because I think when we talk a lot of the time, they say we know everything, but in actuality, it's just an opinion.
But yeah, if you're just speaking through your own lens.
First and foremost is coaching. And what I mean is we lack coaching. You know, I know when I started coaching, I coached what I was taught. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was taught in the damn 80s. That don't relate to now.
For sure.
See, I'm smart enough to know, look, I don't want to do the homework. I don't want to learn more in football, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm tapped out of it. So it's time for me to move on. And it should be time for a lot of these older guys, you know what I mean, to move on and let some of these younger guys just up the par and know what they're doing, get involved. Because they holding back a lot of people. Again, why are we not that good in youth football? Again, it's coaching. It's organizations. And it's planning. And we're not staying up with time. We playing right now. We playing when we talking youth football. We're not talking when you played or when I played. And I know we probably a good difference in age, but it's still probably was the same.
Yeah.
We played in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? We weren't playing all this big football that everybody playing. So, like you said, you just went to Florida. So you got a whole different aspect of what youth football is now. With that being said, we are behind, because when you go to Florida and you see teams from Florida, and you see teams from California, and you talk to these people, you really realize how far Virginia is. I ain't even gonna say Virginia, because there's some organizations in Virginia that's up to par, and I'm gonna just say PME, because they go out and play these top-ranked teams and go travel across the country.
We can't get together in the neighborhood. I talked to some people from Cali. They said they drive 3 hours every practice.
It's different.
To some of these organizations, what was it? OG Ducks. It was like 3 hours they drive to go to practice.
It's different, man. It's different, and it shows when we go to Florida. Like we can win at baby ball, 8, 9 years old, because it ain't nothing but left, right, straight up the field. I mean, it ain't really a whole lot to it.
Yeah.
It ain't but so much you can teach them at that age where they gonna
start getting about 10, 11 more X's on.
Right. And they ain't gonna understand some of that stuff you trying to teach them. So we can win at that. But when it comes to that 10, 11, 12, 13, these people around the country ain't playing backyard football. They playing county football, meaning my whole county. But again, like you coach in Virginia Beach. You don't got the whole, Virginia Beach big in the Hampton Roads area. You only got a small portion of it. What do you really think you're going to do if you got 6 or 7 teams around you? They don't have that.
So you think we got too many orgs?
Definitely too many orgs around you. And there's no quality. It ain't quality. If we get quality, we'll be all right. At one time, we had quality. That's when we was winning. This shit done switched in the last 5, 6 years. At one time, Hampton Roads was competitive. We still are at the young ages. But once you get older, we ain't standing a chance. And that goes back to your question of why. Because knowledge of coaching. These guys got to start going to these college camps and clinics and all this other stuff. The kids doing it. You need to learn, man. That's what I get out of it.
All right, so we speaking on coaches, right? when you talking about orgs, who would you say has been like the top 5 orgs that you've seen in this area? And it ain't got to be present. It can just be at a time and just what they did, the development, and what they were doing on a national level.
All right, let's start from right now. You just talking in the Hampton Roads area?
Yeah, let's go ahead and Rose right now.
I would say Cavs started a measure. Frankie did a great job with them. That'll be one of them. And it'll probably be my top org. I get Norfolk Rams, and I would say them because history. That'll be another one. They not around no more, but that would have been history. I would say Bruce over there at Virginia Beach Mustangs. You know, he going through some changes now as far as the switch from Pop Warner to more of a.
Why do you think he gets the bad name that he gets?
Because he was in Pop Warner and everybody else was in AYL, playing different type of football. He was in his own lane.
If he was a black guy, you think it would be?
What you mean by that
Do
statement?
you think, because I think a lot of times because it's a white guy, we often seem to look at it and be like and have something to say about it.
I don't think it got nothing to do with black or white. I think it's jealousy because they win.
Okay.
If we talking sports, that's what I really believe. Because guess what? Half the guys that talk about them go down there with them and play. All these people that can't get it right go straight down there and go to that man and pay their money, do everything that they wouldn't do with us. Because they was looking for something different that we couldn't provide. And sometimes that's structure. You may not like his structure, but it's his structure. You know what I mean? And when some people see structure, that's what it is. When they see us, they look at it like, I ain't giving them nothing.
Yeah.
You know. And then we talking football. Once AYF got strong, Pop Warner, the AYF guys looking at it like Pop Warner can't hold nothing to us. That's what it is. That's all it was. Now he's making an adjustment. I think he's a little late, and it's gonna cost him. And why do I say that? Is because you got teams like all the DC teams up there, DC and Maryland, all those, them winners are Watkins and all them type teams, all them guys Pop Warner teams. They made the move early when they were strong, and they made that move. He didn't make that move when he was strong.
He started losing and losing.
So when he went to other tribe, he started losing some games. He had like 10 orgs, 10 teams in the org. You know what I mean? All those teams won't win. You know what I mean? If he would have moved those teams when he was winning and he was the man, it would have been something different. But now you got to look at it from his point of view. Why move? I'm winning over here. I'm on national TV. What can AWAB do that Pop Warner ain't doing? Until that suit came on, Pop Warner died. Who fucking plays Pop Warner? I know a lot of these people that's probably listening, there's a lot of them probably played Pop Warner. That shit dead. Don't nobody play that no more.
Sure.
They trying to make a comeback. It ain't gonna happen around here. It's dead. This is a AYF town, and you got UYF trying to move in. That's what it is.
What is the advantages to being in with AYF, disadvantages, and advantages being with UYF and disadvantages?
Okay, again, this would be my opinion, because there's a lot of guys that like AYF and there's a lot of guys that like UYF. First, you got to know the history of it. The guys from UYF used to be a part of AYF. So it's like dealing with the same kind of people, but it's different, if you know what I'm saying, without saying too much. All right? So you got UYF here and you got AYF over here. Both pretty much has the same structure, because again, they come from the same group of people. The thing I would say about UYF that's different from AYF, it gives you a little more freedom, is what it does. AYF, I've been around it for like 10, 12 years now. Nothing really has changed, you know what I'm saying? I've been around UF for a while too. They got a lot of little stuff going on. Where do I think the competition at? I think the competition is in AYF. You know what I mean? But football is football. It's who goes to what league. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people making switches too right now. The difference in them though is probably competition down the road. It's probably the only difference.
So which competition is better down the road? AYL?
I think AYF competition would be better down the road because of the system is being played in it. Like, you know, you got the state, the conference state, and regionals and all that. So you kind of battle test. But then you got to look at it from this end on the UF end, like, damn, I'm paying all this money to play all these games. So am I really paying to play? And that's what how some of the people look at it.
Okay.
Because when you really think about it, AYF, UF, it's just a tournament. It's just a tournament. I don't care. They just put a national tournament in front of it. It's just a tournament. So in all actuality, when guys say they down to UF because they won it, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't an easy thing. I've seen guys, matter of fact, besides this year, when you had the 9U Bulls and the 9U Mustangs and PME, I think PME won it. Nobody ever went down there that was around here and won. And it's been teams from around here going to UF. They always down. All these guys you may see in the group that down it has played in it and never won. Has went there and never won. So how can you down something that you never won? Like you ran through it or something. Now I get if you ran through it, but you never ran through that. You know what I mean? I like UF. Right now, I like UF better than I like AYF, if that's the question you ask me.
So I see a lot of the hype about with that Bulls team. How do you think they fare if they win AYF?
It wouldn't have been easy for them at all. I don't think it would have been easy at all. Yeah, they have beat some of those teams, but things change in the midst of having to play the game, like the structure of AYF. The Bulls got to go to UF and run in the tournament and win the national championship. But at AYF, they had to win the conference, which they probably would have won. They had to win the state. I don't know if they would have won that. They had to win regionals. Who's to say you're going to win that? Then you got to turn around and win 4 or 5 games. And so it's a gauntlet over here in the AYF, man. Compared to UF, just go ahead to this tournament and I'm going to play. What people got to understand, I love AYF, bro, but them times, it's changing. Again, both of them tournaments. And when you done seen it more than once, especially if you don't won it, you know what I mean? I ain't never won. You know what I mean? I ain't never won no damn tournament. You know what I mean? But if you don't won it as a coach, you're going to want to try something different. That's why you got stuff like battle.
Gotcha.
We'll pour me another drink. You got me talking.
So, this purple coat thing, man.
Oh yeah. Purple coat, baby.
You know what I'm saying? That be some of my favorite sections, man. You be getting these dudes to their feelings about that shit, man. What did that come about? Like,
man, I probably was drunk.
Why purple? Like, why purple coat? You know what I'm saying?
I can't
Cause I'm a Q and I feel some type of way about the purple, you know what I mean, being labeled some bullshit, you know what I mean?
Hey man, I don't know. It's like, what they get, a gold coat up at the Hall of Fame. Right. So this is the non-coaching. The purple coat, for people that don't understand, because he just said purple coat, let's get them to understand what the purple coat is. On my weekly podcast, Robbie Up Live on Playaction TV, Season 8 coming soon. Around the end of it ain't even the end of the year. We stop?
No, you good.
If we are watching the game and you do something ridiculous as a coach, man, and I see it, that means you really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you continue to keep doing the same thing, you definitely gonna get your purple coat. You know what I mean? And I ain't got no cut cards with none of these coaches when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get a purple coat, it is what it is. You can't get out of the Hall of Fame, but you gotta win to get out of it.
All right, so has anybody went in and got out?
Yeah.
So who went in and got out?
DJ Murray.
That's from the Saints.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did he get in? For the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you get a purple coat?
DJ was doing a lot of crazy stuff, man. You know what I mean? Just calls, situations.
So just losing won't get you in.
No.
So you got to be like, why you running that? Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, you got to see that they running the same play over and over again.
Coaching is what? Adjustments, right?
For sure.
So if I see you don't adjust, if I see you just look like you don't know what you're doing, it's a purple coat moment, man.
On the hot seat.
Yeah, you on the hot seat and I'm watching. And what really gets you there is losing. If you constantly keep losing, you definitely gonna get you a purple one.
So who the Tom Brady of purple coats?
Tom Brady of purple coat. I gotta think about that.
Who you got?
I ain't know.
Who? Oh, I do know. Vince Beach.
I knew you was gonna say
That's who it is. And this kid I had to kick in. Vince Beach, people.
Worst coach ever.
Worst coach ever. He done moved down the flag too. But that's for a whole nother situation. This is now, let me say this. Let me say this because I don't want to just criticize somebody, but I gotta tell y'all about this guy Vince. If you talk to Vince, he knows football.
For sure. He from a football family.
He
like,
knows football.
He related to Jack. He related to all these different guys.
Bruh.
Like he know football.
But relating it to kids, he don't have it.
You gotta be
He don't have it. You know what I mean? Like I told him, he need to come on over here. You know, his name Vince Beat, so he do production. So I told him he need to come over with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that shit he doing on the football field, he is not producing well. You know what I mean? What he need to do is beat it. You know what I mean? Get off that goddamn field is what he need to do. But yeah, man, that he might got. I don't think his coat going nowhere no time soon. He definitely got the purple coat.
All right, so moving on to your podcast, your show. What's some of your favorite moments? Like when you know, is it recapping, or is it when you got a guest on? What's some of your favorite moments when you on the show?
Well, you asked me what since I've done so many shows.
Yeah,
what has been my favorite?
What's your favorite moments?
One of my favorite moments was the ski mask. I don't know if you've seen that one with the Tigers. You know, the baby Tigers. You know what I mean? And Ramonda put them damn ski masks on them babies. They were 5 years old. She got, I don't know, I thought they were going to rob somebody that day. You know what I mean? So I didn't get that. You know what I mean? So that was one of my favorite moments. She was highly upset at that live. You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite moments. I think I done got Dobie a few times too. You know what I mean? He take it real hard. He ain't even a part of Playaction no more. He take it real hard. You know what I'm saying? But that's my guy. He one of the guys. They one of the guys that helped Playaction TV get the where it is today.
But you can't be sensitive when it comes to this football, man. Sports like.
Well, you know, man. I guess nobody's used to being criticized about something they volunteering for.
But
you ever thought about that?
The moment you decide you're gonna stand on that sideline, you take all that come with it.
Yeah.
You take all that come with it. You gonna take, why he ain't doing right in school, why he doing this. You gonna take, his birthday. You gonna take everything that come with that, and that come with it. You win, you lose. We take score. Like I tell people all the time, winning ain't everything. Why we take a score?
Yeah, that's true. We play the game to win. Correct.
Like, coaches.
Okay. No, we weren't on coaches. We was on moments. That's
Yeah,
what we
your
was on.
favorite moments.
Moments, yeah. So yeah, the ski mask was definitely one of my favorite moments. I got more moments.
Yo, your man that came in with the dude singing, that joint was funny as hell. My man from the Bucks.
That's what I mean.
I mean from the Black Hawks.
See, I was gonna say,
Man, that shit was funny than a bitch.
I was gonna say, I think we got
That
more
nigga-
moments.
That nigga had a nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, I say.
Yo, we got some characters in play action.
That shit was funny.
Scotty
My
was-
man,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
man that kept coughing.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
that nigga.
Oh my god.
And it's the height of COVID.
Yeah.
So that nigga.
So that was a moment. That definitely was a moment.
That's how I got shit.
Yeah.
This whole week he got shit.
You know, man, like I said, the group dictates itself. So it kind of brings out people's personalities.
For sure, it do.
You know what I mean? And with the younger guys, they grew up already on social media, so it's something. It's natural for them. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff that I see, I'm like, what? I wouldn't dare say that. But they say it. You know what I mean? So it's fun, man. But I think, like I say, I never feel like I control the narrative. I think the coaches, and it's parents in there too. It's actually, at one time, Play Action was just a coaches group. It probably had 150 of us in there. And we talk amongst each other about the games going on. I looked at it and said, shit, no, this ain't no damn coaches group. This an EF group. This a real football group.
Yeah.
And for I started letting parents in.
No, it's definitely an open forum.
Then I started letting kids in. I started letting some kids in. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna say nothing up there, and I don't feel like nobody else gonna say nothing up there they ain't already heard. Or what them coaches saying to them already. Because I'm a coach, I know what the hell I say out there.
We know. Yeah.
You know what I
Tell
mean?
us
And I
about
think
it.
we in different times now, you know. Look what's on TV, bro.
No,
So-
they expose everything.
Yeah, so it ain't no reason, like people don't want, I don't want to hide because it's kids in here, da 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 da. And there's people that have tried to make pages on top of Play Action, but it's not Play Action. I got a call the other day, and we was talking from a coach. And when he see this, he gonna know exactly who it is, right? And I tell you once that we get off.
Okay.
So he called me, say, hey man, what you do that's so different, right? I said, what you mean by that? He said, the Georgia, they was recording the games, and the dudes out there for they was already doing that. What's so different than what you doing? I said, well, you really want to know that question? And I said it very arrogant. Motherfucker, they ain't me. That's what I told him.
Yeah.
And he shut up. I said, let me ask you this. I said, you put 5 cameras and 5 voices out there. Who you gonna watch? I'm gonna watch you. I said, okay then. You answered your own goddamn question. That's why. When I do a football game, basketball game, commentate any game, you're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna make it enjoyable for you to watch it or listen to it. Plain and simple. That's what I do. That's what charisma and the arrogance come out at. And Lord don't let me have a drink. Y'all in trouble. It's for sure.
All right, so being you've been around this so much, right? And just strictly at the youth level, right? Not projecting what they did in high school, college. Who the top 5 you've seen at the youth level?
Lil Doc for the Vikings.
Okay.
Lil Meat for the Titans. He played for a few teams. Fucking legend. All these kids I'm gonna call fucking legends. Let me think. You said 5. That's 2. Let me think of some line. Dre, go to Penn State right now. A lot of people don't know he played AWAB Destroyer. He played with the Norfolk Rams. He played with the Cavaliers his last year, but he played with the Norfolk Rams most of the time. He'll be one. Let me think. 2 more. it get
watch
hard
so
once you
many,
start
yeah,
thinking
you
of
see
them,
so many.
man. And then you say don't think about them in high school.
Yeah, because
so
I just want to see it because
on the same
a lot of
team.
times he might just kill that. Just like you get guys that was dogs in high school and then they go to college and it's not the same. Or they might be a player in college and then they go pro. So I just want to know strictly at the youth level, like, who is the ones you just like, God damn.
I know those three for sure, but I gotta actually sit back and think about it. Who you say?
BJ and Lil Reed. I got to.
What Lil Reed?
Reed, when he was with the Vikings, the shit he did with the Vikings, then when he came to the Hurricanes,
Lil
that
Reed.
shit was different. And then BJ.
Oh man, I remember BJ. I mean,
BJ, I got
we
to.
see what he doing
They
right
was on
now.
the same
But
team.
yeah,
Before they
you got Hurricane bias.
Yeah.
Lil Reed, Lil Reed,
You got
Viking.
Hurricane bias.
Yeah.
Lil
I
Reed,
mean,
Viking.
I don't know about that. I can't. Now BJ, I could. That's
I
something.
still remember that one hand
And-
pick in the championship game.
The national championship run.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
I think as Reed got older, it got different. You know what I mean? BJ, look what BJ doing right now. You know, there's a lot of kids we can talk about, man.
Yeah.
Right now that like people that's watching this, they could, man, I was this, I was that in you. But it's so many of them. You know, it's a lot of people that destroy you football, man. But I think he asking because who made that mark? You know what I mean? And like Lil Meek, I give you another one who kind of made a mark. The one that's at Kempsville right now. He destroyed AWAB, the running back.
Snooty.
Snooty destroyed AWAB, man. You know what I'm saying? Always was bigger. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I said, we just go on for days thinking about some of these kids and some of these teams, man. You know what I mean? Shit, Bayside J-Rock destroyed it too. You know what I mean? It's. But they running backs. You got Lamb that did.
Tank was a dog.
Yeah, Tank definitely
Tank
was
was
a
a
dog.
fucking dog.
I'm gonna tell you.
I had him in middle school.
I'm gonna tell you else. Caleb was awesome. You know what I mean? You got it's a lot of kids out here, man. There's a lot of kids, bro. There's a lot of kids, I can say.
So, what's up and coming for Playaction TV and Robert E. L? Like what we got?
Well, what I'm trying to do is expand the brand and market the brand a lot more. I'm hitting the road a lot more. I want to do more national games. I did a game in national. I think I got that national attention now,
Okay.
the name. So it's time for me to make sure I'm at all the big games.
So this year we're gonna see you more, not as much just hitting the roads and just more the big games nationally.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes when they, when I come in the areas and all that. But I feel like I'm different, and I feel like the people want to hear me. People tired of hearing regular commentary, man. You know what I mean?
We live in different times.
Yeah, and
Everything is social media now, so people want that instant, like, they want to be entertained. They want to be entertained.
So and that's what I try to do when I commentate a game. I try to find every aspect of the game outside of the football too, because I know football. I know the game.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't want to just hear about the game. People want to hear funny stuff. People, you know what I mean? If you turn off a TV and watch a game right now, you pretty much is fucking watching a scout tape. This coaches now. Now we talking coaches stuff. Because a regular person, if they mute the TV and just start watching a football game, they ain't staying and watching. Their attention can't be held that long.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The people that watch me right now, they probably don't even care about the game.
It's more about what people gonna comment and what he gonna say.
There you go.
They're waiting for that. They're waiting for him to say something crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
What's the shock value? What is he gonna say today? Is he gonna call my name? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when I do my lives, that's the thing. Like, I could be sitting right here with you right now, and you think we got the best relationship in the world. Charles will tell you. I done sat there and talked to Charles, and we had a hell of a conversation. Y'all can't see y'all.
Get up there and dog.
And I dog y'all's ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, I know. He was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was just talking to him.
That's how it's supposed to be.
See what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't pulling no punches. Like shit, we talk about it offline. You talk shit about your own coaches in your own.
Hey man, look, I done talked about guys. Look man, I give you another one. I praise the coach and his team. Every year, I ride with a team. I think I rode with y'all last year, if I ain't mistaken. I ride with a team.
Yeah.
I rode with a team 2 years ago to make y'all figure
Make
it out.
sure you ride with that 8 UKs this year. I'm telling you.
Hey, ride with his team, man. You know what I mean? I ain't got no dealings with no team. So if it's 8U team is what it is, that's what I ride with. So I rode with this team. But then the next year or 2 years later, the team on all that, and stuff started becoming questionable.
Gotcha.
So when I called his name and started going at him, instead of being beside me and talking to me on the sideline on the field, across the field looking at me, wondering if I'm going to come over there so he can move his ass over to the sideline, which a lot of other guys do. That's what really happened. I'm going to come. You never know which way I'm going to come or say, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I seen all this shit. That's all I do is watch. I observe all day long. Sit there, you can tell me everything under the sun. And I'm like, I'd be agreeing with you the whole time. I'm talking, yeah, boy, you right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that shit a bit.
Like
now you ain't did nothing but fuel to my fire. I'm gonna burn your ass up tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen to this dumb motherfucker here that just told me.
Stupid. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, man, that's what I do. You know what I mean? And it make for a great conversation. And I think people come up there to look for the shock value. And you football, it's just something look like, damn, my kid in this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They done turned this shit into entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
Because that's what I look at it as. You know what I mean? And we go from there. You know? I have fun, man. I just like to have fun. They waiting on me right now. I ain't even came yet. And the reason I ain't came is because I ain't seen the game yet, personally. Ain't nobody seen me since.
So I know by the time this dropped, the game happened. But
yeah, and I'll be
after this week.
Yeah, I'm back.
So you gonna live Monday, Sunday?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Predict just now, and then we'll get shot by you. Who you think win that game?
Which one?
Trojans, Tigers.
7U?
Yeah.
Trojans.
By a blowout?
Man,
I think 2 touchdowns.
You know what I seen? Y'all was at the game, won't you? So I won't there personally.
I watched it.
I watched live like you.
Yeah, I watched it live.
My
son watching it.
What I did see now, Titans got a hell of a defense.
But they had that last year.
They got
a
a
good defense last year. Think about it. We only beat them 7-6 in that championship game.
They got a defense.
Baby boy scored the game 1 or 2. You know what I mean? But yeah.
They got a defense. So I mean, if they don't here go the thing. If y'all was really watching the game, they got DJ over there. Difference. They got fucking 7-year-olds pulling and filling and doing a whole lot.
I seen the Trojans.
Yeah.
Just pulling and shit.
On top of that, why I think they're gonna win is efficiency. Plays called like that. You know, and I'm looking at it, I'm like,
they gonna get more plays off.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, dudes like, man, they ain't look as good as I thought they were gonna. I said, yeah, you right. The first series, they didn't. You know what I mean? I said, but it started. When I seen it, it looked like it was officially calling them plays. I was watching, what 12U last year in Nationals. Motherfucker couldn't think. And that's my homeboy. He couldn't even get it off. Like, what you gonna run, man? Come on, you ain't thinking fast enough.
Yeah.
And you can hear me on the live like, yo, come on. Which I was totally wrong. My bad, Rock. But you gotta, when you coaching, you gotta zone the fuck out. Yeah. Zone everybody out. I don't care if it's me yelling at you. Zone me the fuck out and do what you gotta do. Criticism, greatness, all that's gonna come, man. You can't stop none of that from people talking. So just do what you gonna do. Is what I say.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting this year.
But they would beat them off of just probably lining up. I think I seen the 7U Tigers doing a lot of placing.
Hey, I don't think they're gonna score. I just don't think they're gonna score enough points.
And the Trojan defense is like they doing a lot of blitzing from the middle.
It's E-Man, bro.
They coming from that middle like
E-Man a dog. E-Man a dog.
I don't know who is E-Man.
13. One of the ones that left from the camp.
See, I don't even know all the kids. Yeah. I don't even know. You know what I mean? I stay far away from it as possible because guess what? Them guys already know. They playing right now for me. And I done got the call because they so worried about what the fuck I'm gonna say.
Oh, I already know. I know they gonna.
Before I got here, I called BJ name right now. That's the head coach of the Trojans. You know what I told him? I said, y'all lose this game, you in for a shitstorm of stuff, boy.
Yeah.
It can cost you.
They
your
know
whole
they
thing.
gotta win that game. They know they have to win this game.
Yeah, but we got a lot of youth football in this area, man. It can be very exciting. So if you haven't been coming to see some of these kids play, you need to come see them before you know. You see them in high school and all that
See them
stuff.
in college, yeah, because it's gonna happen.
Because some of that same great stuff you see in the high school and college, they doing it right here on youth football, man. And I bring it to you right live on Playaction TV. Just subscribe, come watch it, man.
Yeah, man, definitely tap in. Playaction TV, Robert E.F.
No question.
I definitely appreciate you dropping in on me, man. So we got to definitely do this again when the season come around, man.
So let me flip it on you real quick, since I'm in your world.
Okay.
How do you feel as being a youth football coach?
It was a big adjustment for me. I had to dummy down a lot.
Hold on, you come from high school, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
I came from high school, so I came out thinking that I could coach the same way that I coach in high school. So you got to learn patience, and you got to sit back and realize that. You know, I watched some of what other guys was doing. Like that's coaching.
Right.
Coaching is seeing what worked against you when you play somebody, what didn't work, and then realizing, all right, how can I make this mine, and then get it to my kids and put them to be successful. So, yeah, it's been a lot of patience. You got to slow down.
So let me ask you this. So from being on both sides, you've been a high school coach, and you've been a youth coach. So you started as a high school, right?
Yep.
So when you was a high school coach and you see these freshmen come in, was one of your questions is
What the fuck did y'all play rec at? Oh man, that was one of my biggest ones. I'd be like, who the fuck is your rec ball coach? Because
now, do you understand?
they're not developed.
Do you understand now though?
They're not learning football for the next level. Like every level should teach for the next level.
Right.
So if I'm a youth coach, I'm getting that kid ready for high school, or if they're young, I'm getting them ready for middle school. If I'm middle school, I should be getting them ready for high school. From high school, I should be getting them ready for college. And it's not translate. I mean, you got dudes that's in high school that still can't get the 3-point stance.
Listen, hold on.
Kids,
14, we ain't in them times no more. What you just said? What you just said though? I would say that from high school, and I ain't even gonna say from high school to college. That's how it used to be. What you just said. We're in a microwave age. Ain't nobody trying to develop them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They want to already. That's why everybody wants.
It's instant.
Get kids to transfer.
It's instant winning.
I don't want to take a 9th grader. Let him play JV. Put him through weight training. Train him. Make sure he running track. Doing all this. Doing all that. That by the time he a junior, he's my guy.
Right.
They don't want to do that. They want to go get the kid that came into high school already 6'1", 195. They want to transfer so they can be ready to play right now.
Well, the reason I say all that is because I'm kind of answering your question of why they come into high school like that. Because it's instant. Everybody want to win. So if Lil Rocket can run left or right and nobody can stop him, what you think the coach gonna keep doing?
But you still gotta develop Lil Rocket.
But you got
teach Lil Rocket. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Listen. You don't always got coaches like you. You know, you educated, you went to school, and you really into it. So a lot of these coaches is from the street. So you got Billy Bob that really don't know nothing but left to right. You know what I mean? He don't know X's and O's.
True.
So that's why when they come to high school, they don't really know much.
They don't.
You know what I mean? But when you see these youth programs winning, and you really see they a real program and a machine, you know them coaches teach them. You know what I mean? It's a whole different. You can see it. I can see team like Charles now winning. You know what I mean? They was my team last year, but I seen them preseason, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's up with this team? What the hell going on? You know what I mean? But it was pieces missing. And coaching. I don't know what they had going on internal, because I ain't over there.
Gotcha.
But it had to be something internal going on. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this the shit I look at. You know what I mean? To see if this really a machine or is this a coach team. Like, what the Trojans trying to build, they trying to build a machine. But that machine can get tore down. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. You got a bunch of coaches and all of them daddies. Somebody going to be unhappy very soon. That's what happens in youth football. Most people, you ask me how you get in youth football, most people come in youth football because they, my son ain't like youth football. I got in it because I like football. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got a horse in the race right now. My son play high school basketball in North Carolina. But I love youth football. I can't get away from it. Just can't fucking get away from it because I like kids.
Yeah.
That's what it is. My wife don't even like fucking kids. We got two. And she honestly trying to figure out why I keep fucking with kids. I love them. You feel me? I love them, man. Yeah. But again, from your first question, it all go back to coaching. You got to get better coaching and handling roles, man. And then you high school coaches, watch this guy. We need you guys to come up to these youth fields, man.
Telling them.
If you trying to really build your program,
you gotta pick one of these oars, and that gotta be your feeder, or
and
that's how you do it.
Because if you don't, you gonna be sitting there out of job in 2-3 years, and ain't gonna be winning. You know. Because I meant let's call a spade a spade. Why you think Kempsville won? You. Yeah. You go get the youth program. Why you think Moore winning? In the COVID season, where was Moore at? What was that, y'all? In the stands, watching all it to see who they gonna take.
Yeah.
I ain't see the rest of them
coaches. They locked in with the coach.
Yeah, you
Smith.
Yeah,
they locked in with the coach.
Let me stop. Yeah. I'm going to go in.
Even with Chris Scott and the Mustang. But yeah, man. Once again, man, I appreciate you coming in.
No question.
We're gonna definitely get up together. I'm gonna see you during the season, man, and I'm looking forward to Playaction TV.
No question. And you know, like I said, I'm doing a lot on Playaction TV, and I can also promote, you know, the Shot Clock broadcast, man. You know what I mean? Maybe you can come on mine and come into my world. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I come in and drink a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, but we're gonna definitely sit down because we gotta get you to come and host and commentate one of the games at last time for sure.
No question, man. That's what I do. I love to do that. You know what I mean?
I think that'll be good.
I know how to not cuss and pipe it down, people. I'm very professional. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Shot Clock.
Shot Clock. No question. 24 seconds, baby. Top of the up. Tune in to 24 Shot Clock.
Damn,